Hello everybody. Today we will study about some terms regarding the nuclear power plant. Basic terms, actually the nucleus and other things because it requires in the fission. So atomic number and the mass number. We know that atomic number of the proton is given in a given atom. That is number of positive charges is known as the atomic number. Means the however whichever how much is the proton present in the given atom, whichever is the given atom, because proton carries the positive charge, is known as the atomic number. Means number of protons belongs to the atomic number. It is usually represented by the symbol Z, but as per convenience we can change that symbol, but usually or universally it is denoted by the Z. The atomic number of hydrogen is 1, of helium is 2, the lithium is 3, and so on go on. And of the uranium is 92, because uranium is the radioactive material, is having the atomic number of 92. The element with highest atomic weight existing in the nature, that is uranium. The number of heavier elements have been made artificially, and number of heavier elements which are made heavier than the uranium 92 is made artificially. For example, plutonium having an atomic number of 94 is important in connection with the release of the nuclear energy. These are required for the releasing of the nuclear energy. So this is regarding the atomic number. So the total number of proton and neutrons in an atomic nucleus is called mass number, and it is denoted by symbol A. As we know that any atom carries the three types of this neutron, proton and electrons. So proton represent the number, and the proton and neutrons are represent the mass number. Therefore the number of neutrons in given atomic nucleus is A minus Z. Yes, A is your mass number and Z is your atomic number. So the difference of this is called as a represent the neutrons. Since both the neutron and proton have masses close to unity on the atomic mass scale, it is evident that the mass number is the highest nearest to the atomic weight of the species under the consideration. Whichever species we have to consider for this study. So the mass number is the nearest to the atomic weight of the species, particular species, and neutrons carries circulate near the nucleus, and the neutron and protons are present in the nucleus. Next one is your atomic mass unit, AMU. On the atomic mass scale, in many calculation involving mass energy equivalence in a processes occurring within the interior of the atoms. This is a well-known fact. It is convenient to express mass in terms of atomic mass, or that is atomic mass unit. So on the atomic mass scale, the mass of any single particle, means we are considering single entities, example electron or an atom, in AMU is numerically equal to its atomic weight. For example, mass of the electron is 0.00055 AMU, and that of the proton is 1.007587. These are the numbers AMU. So the mass of the particle in gram can be obtained by dividing its mass on the atomic mass scale by Avogadro constant, that is 6.0025 divided by multiplied by 10 to 23. So 1 AMU is nothing but 1.6004 into 10 to minus 24 grams. So other terms are given here, mass scale. So moving forward, we will see now the rate of decay or half life, decay life, we can say. The radioactive emission of the isotopes form alpha, beta and gamma radiation is not an instantaneous process. It is a continuous process. The emission process follows certain law with respect to the time, and the parent isotope tries to be stable. means whenever we know that whenever the until the atom is unstable, the energy releases, and when it stable, the energy stops. The time during which radioactive isotope becomes stable is known as the decay period. Means when the atom becomes stable, that is your its decay period of the isotope. So the rate of decay at any instant is always directly proportional to the number of radioactive species of an isotope present in that instant. So the decay at any instant is always directly proportional to the how much the radioactive species present in particular isotope material depend on that. So if you consider the n is the number of radioactive species present in the radioactive isotope at any instant, that is time t, the rate of decay is given as dn upon dt is equal to minus alpha n, where gamma n, where gamma constant is your decay constant. So the dn upon n, rearranging this, is minus gamma dt. Integrating the above equation, we will get log e, means natural log n is equal to minus gamma t plus t, where c is a constant of integration, means this is a mathematical part. So the n is equal to c, if we anti-log, taking anti-log of all this, so n is equal to c e raised to power of minus gamma t. So if we consider n at as 0, means at 0 temperature time, means at a starting point, then c is equal to n0. So the n is equal to n0 e raised to minus gamma t. So the radioactive nature of different isotope is measured by time known as half lifetime, means the lifetime, half lifetime. Then the half lifetime of a particular isotope is defined as the time required for number of active nuclei to decay to the half of its initial number. Means actually how much time required for a particular act, active nucleus to decrease from the whatever the initial position, decrease exactly the half of that position. So the if you consider n as n0 by 2, the corresponding time required to bring the number of active particle from n0 to n0 by 2, means half, exactly half, is known as half life time, and it is given by n0 by 2, means putting the n is equal to n0 by 2 in equation 27.1 is equal to n0 e raised to gamma tf, where tf is your half lifetime. So tf is equal to log e of 2 divided by gamma. That log e of 2 is nothing but your 0.6931 upon gamma. So this is your half lifetime of particular nucleus in decay time. Thank you.